Alright, we're gonna try for a part two. Where did I leave off? Okay, so there's this guy, right, who's fucking like built like one of the best physiques I've ever seen. Which is crazy enough, right? But like he's super weird. Like super weird. And like I won't get into all the little ways that he's weird. But he's charming in his own way. But like anyway, my point was he thinks he's so cool. Yeah. And yeah, like generally when you say goodbye to him, he won't look at you, he won't acknowledge you, he won't like actually turn and be like, hey. But like typically he'll just be like continuing to walk on, and he'll like throw up a piece or like give you a wave, but he's not going to make eye contact, and he's not going to look at you, and he's not going to talk to you unless he absolutely has to. He's very quiet, but he's also very confident. Like definitely the epitome of like strong silent type, but like whenever he does speak, it's very robust and emphatic and like intense. I don't know, I don't really know him that well, but it's all kind of a strange combination. And like we've had a couple, what's the right way to put this, we had that moment where like I'm like, okay, bye, and I said his name, and he gave me the, but didn't look up or anything like that, and he waited until I was supposed to be looking away somewhere else on the way out the door, and he did like the turn back and like looked at me. And then like it was kind of one of those situations where he looked like he got caught looking because I was watching to see which way he went, and I was more just like contemplating him, you know. It's an interesting person, somebody that I can't really read well. And I don't know. Typically, when people are like that, when they don't give you the time of day, it usually means they're not interested, right? But then, like, after I looked away from the initial look, he looked back again. This was 2 double takes in one walk away sequence after pretending he didn't care and he was too cool to respond. And it reminded me of, this might be like a dicier story, but like I had some I had a different guy hit me up on one of the dating apps, and he was like, you work at this gym, right? And I was like, yeah, that's creepy, but like, yeah, I do. I spent all day trying to figure out who he was, and I feel like maybe I told this story before, maybe I told it last night, I forget. But I spent like hours trying to figure out who this dude was, and I'm not attracted to him, but he ignores me every single time I say hello. Every single time he comes into the store, when I figured out who it was, I was like, you never say hi to me. Like, how do you want to hook up right now, but you never even give me the time of day? You never say hello. You never look at me. Like, how does that track in your mind? You know what I mean? How can you be so thirsty for it right now in this moment, but on a day-to-day basis, when you see me every fucking day, you can't bother to say hello? And it doesn't matter because I'm not interested in him. But I was still sitting there like, why do you treat me like that? You know? Why do you act that way if that's not how you actually feel? And he was like, if I see you in there tomorrow, I'm still going to ignore you. And I'm like, that's great, you know? But that's just who he is. He is antisocial. He is too cool. He doesn't care about people. Maybe he does. I don't know. But he doesn't interact with anybody at the gym. It's a social hub for so many people. It's a source of community for so many people. And for him, it's his getaway. It's his safe space. Like, that's what he said. But he doesn't talk to anybody. He goes there to not be wherever he was. And he doesn't even want to say hello to people he's interested in. Which I wouldn't have found really fascinating or relevant until this guy comes along, and that's what I see. He spent all day at the gym today. And And I didn't see him work out. He was just here. But he doesn't want to look at me either. He doesn't want to talk to me either. But then I can't stop watching when he thinks I'm not looking. How many times has this happened now? The King of Cups in the friend group is the same way. Won't give me the time of fucking day. But was like low-key a little obsessed. To the point where he felt he had to overcompensate by being rude or being dismissive or ignoring me altogether. And that happens to me a lot with guys. Because the ones, maybe it's, no, it's not all of them. Because a lot of the guys I'm attracted to are very personable. But there's a good number too that right out the gate, they won't give me any attention, or they're very selective with it. The gym crush will never just ignore me. But there's days that we talk, and there's days that we don't. There's days that we look at each other, and there's days where we avoid looking at each other. And I'm not really sure what the rhyme or reason is. And I know sometimes it's my fault, and sometimes it's his fault. But usually we're on the same page, whichever way it's going. But why is it that so many guys are like that? Or like that with us? Change your perspective, have a tower, think about it, and feel it, figure it out. Is it a pattern for us? Maybe we're finding ourselves in situations with guys that are withholding, that don't admit what they want, because that has been a pattern for us, right? Every single guy is unwilling to give us their true emotions. They're unwilling to communicate as much as we want it or need it or think we do. Every single guy. Is crazy on the inside for us. Maybe not every single one. A lot of them, though. They can't look away. They can't stop paying attention to us. But they don't want us to know that. They don't want us to see how much they like us, how much they pay attention, how much they enjoy the attention we give. Because when we stop saying hello, when we stop waving, when we stop using their name, they notice it and they go, what? And they want to know why. And at that point, when you stop giving them that attention, they're like, hi. Yeah, hey, I'm still here. And they get your attention just enough. And then you're hooked. And back to the other situation. The one where they don't have to actually make effort or progress, or is that it? Hold on. No fucking way did I just pull the Hierophant in Temperance. I should have done it on camera, but I don't really have a good way to like stand up my phone like here. I would have to like put it down and it would just be really awkward. Maybe I'll do that next time. Oh, we've got an oracle card in here from when I did a reading earlier tonight for somebody. Innocence. It's fun. Happy, positive energy. Look at that baby elephant playing with those ducks. Well, anyway, I think as far as that guy goes, we've clocked it. He likes it when we watch. He likes to receive attention. Doesn't want us to know that he likes it or wants it.